Hello, and welcome to Urbanhood Money Talk. It's a fact that we need money to enjoy life and focus on the things that we really like. I'm your co-host, Allie, and I'm here with Mushi Bhuiyan. Our mission is helping you gain financial freedom. You're listening to one of our special weekly market talks, which provides news on the upcoming week that may be important to traders. And we're super excited that you're here with us.
Everything I'm sharing, educational purpose only. This is not a financial advice. Please, by all means, your money, your responsibility, your risk. Just learn whatever you can. So last week, a lot of things happened. I'm sure many of you who is active in the market, you have seen in the country, outside the country, and G20 meetings. So a lot of world leaders came together and discussed. So US and China, this tension before Biden administration come in, we have seen that happening, and then Biden came along and it didn't go smoother, it went even worse, right? Now, many people are thinking there might be a Cold War happening between these two countries. Last week meeting went very successful. It seems like President Xi, President Biden, they had about 3 hours meeting. So as you can see, in that 3 hours, they got done a lot of conversation about their country situation, about US, about the whole world, what's happening. And they did talk about what happened in Russia and so on. But what is all this means to us? And some of you already have seen that last week China's stock was on fire.
Didn't China say that Taiwan is part of China? And Biden said that
that
we will do everything in our power to protect
that discussion
Taiwan. So
was
to me, that's much of a concession.
right.
Yeah.
That discussion was there, and President Biden, and others also say, other world leaders also say the same thing. They do not want to have another war between China and Taiwan. So if China ever attack that, then a lot of world leaders are going to be supporting Taiwan. So
Yeah.
that was very clear to President Xi. He knows that. We'll see. And he's a smart man. I'm sure we'll find
He is
out.
a smart man, yeah,
Yes.
compared to Putin.
Yes, he's a very smart man. He knows what he needs to do in order to be in power. So let's move on. What that means and what happened last week in recession. You know that a lot of Fed, the chair came in, talked, and different one had a different opinion. But one thing is good, that all the optimism, all the CPI number, the economic data came in strong, and their optimism is that we may not see the recession. So it may not happen, although sometimes they call about soft landing and all this, but it's really it's a good thing that. So as an investor, what is all this means to us? Those who is investing in bond, investing in crypto, investing in stock or commodity. In the chart, what you are looking at, that last 20 years, 30 years, then the data put together, what happens, S&P, whenever Fed increased the rate, after Fed increasing the rate since 1970s till 2018, and what happens to the stock market, in return following year or that. So that's the chart you're looking at. So in this chart, you can see that even in 2016, 2017, Fed increased the rate around the S&P rate was about over 50%. So if you look at last 20, 30 years, year over year, they have seen that it's more than 10% return you're getting in stock, in being in equity market, not bond or not any other. So just wanted to let some of you who thinks market is tanking, is this still time to go, or should I wait? And you never know. Did we touch the bottom? Nobody knows what's gonna happen. But we know that Fed is trying to keep the rate close to around 5.25. We'll see. So far we have 4%, and another 150 points they might be increasing. It's still all we are going to find out in I think this coming week. Fed meeting is also coming up, meeting minutes, and we'll see what they're going to do in December and then next year. So that's why when they said some of the last week, you saw the market was kind of volatile. Some of them says we are not done yet, and that market didn't like that. Hence, I think earlier you saw what Julio shared with you. Market pullback. It didn't pull back much comparing last 2-3 weeks. The gain it was getting. In this chart, what you're looking at, annualized return, like what I mentioned to you, that when you say annualized return in different asset class, I thought, oh man, it got cut off. I sorry about this, and the cutoff thing is different asset bond, and I have year over year that the bond market and the commodity market, and the blue ones represent you stock market return since 1980. What you saw, that if they increase the rate, and at what asset class that you should be putting your money in there, right? And also when inflation goes up, CPI in real in this one is the one CPI, and is the inflation rate. So it tells you that here you still see on the stock market it stays over 10% is growth happened. So those who is thinking, should I sit with my money and cash and just sit in there? By all means, it's your money, but we do think that some is maybe bottom might happen, or slowly market might be ready to turn around very soon. We'll see next for a few weeks or few months. Any questions so far?
Mushi, you're setting us up for a Santa rally, huh?
I'm not I just say I am sharing what I know, what I learned, and based on my research also, that hey, I am investing. I'm not saying that trying to get the bottom best price. Like last week, I'm sure many of you know that companies like Tesla had a 52 weeks low. Is this going to go down more? Trend says it can go down more, and all the crazy things happening. But then I added more. Okay, it goes down more, I'll add more, because I believe in the business, some of the business. So go ahead.
Same here. No, same here. I added my Tesla selling puts one more to the.
See, a smart man. If those who have the cash, that's a great strategy. Sell put, that, and if you are not sure, sell put in even in April, May. So that gives you enough time, and that also kind of slowly, when if it turn around, you can collect the money and then buy your call. CPI inflation data is economic data. What you just saw, that's aligned with the rate hike. Now, marketing like all the other Fed chairmen talking about it, the rate cut. There were conversation happen, and when are they talking rate cut? They just want to know they are not done with the rate increasing. And some of those Fed chair did mention that they do not see any rate cut conversation happening in year 2023. So that's marketing like whole idea. So what is that means as they increase the rate, let's say in December, if Fed comes along, they say that we are going to increase 75 to keep the inflation really down to 2% area. If that happens, you see that December 75 and then March another 50, and I would not be surprised they're doing another 50 in later on. If they keep doing that, that means the companies high PE one going to have struggle a lot. Liquidity is it's going to be in the market, so more pain in some high PE stocks we're going to see. And the government, and what happens, what takeaway we can do the government last week that we have seen. Congress is taken Republican, Senate is Democrat, which is great. Now we have a divided government. We'll hear about all this gridlock, and many people are going to say nothing will happen next 2 years.
That's why they love it, huh?
This is the best thing, we need the balance. Market
Don't
loves
change.
the market.
That's
Market loves this mix, So market could not kind of react last week because all the craziness happened. We'll see that hopefully you might see this coming around this coming week or in few weeks. Market is ready to rally on upside. And then what happened to the crypto? I'm sure some of you already are crypto investor here, and a lot of craziness happened. I'm surprised Bitcoin is still sitting around 16, 17,000 in that range. So it's holding.
Why are you surprised? May I ask, why are you surprised?
Because Bitcoin has a strong support that if it goes down below 15, 14, it's coming to 10,000 areas. And the reason I'm surprised that, you see all these craziness lawsuit and compliance coming in, and also lawsuit got Tom Brady and others also getting smashed with the one lawsuit after another lawsuit. Bitcoin is still holding on around 17,000 to 16,000. All the bad news happen in that world.
But may I give you a little bit of my what I have heard?
Sure.
The crypto is here to stay, whether it's Bitcoin or not.
Mm-hmm.
And this FTX
Mm-hmm.
has a lot of government and finance institutions that were involved in it. It was
Yes.
a Ponzi scheme of sorts.
Yes, and
So we
cannot
associate that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin got slammed because of the bad reputation that crypto got because of FTX and what they did.
Mm-hmm.
FTX was not, what FTX did went contrary to anything to do with the philosophy of crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto is a self-regulating, self-accountability vehicle.
Right.
Instrument, whatever you want to call it.
I understand. I know crypto. I'm also into crypto, but I know there are people, they have crypto in other exchange. They cannot even take out any of the sell or transaction. I think what happened, that some of those exchanges, like exchanges can froze people's account and it's not working, and hence, by all means, I'm not saying crypto is going away. I said there will be regulation coming, and they are saying the regulation. But if it happens, just like up and down, look at what's happening with Tesla. Look at what's happening with Amazon. People are still buying crazy stuff like Amazon, but why Amazon is so down? Tell me this.
No, because Amazon has got some other issues going on, by the way, which we
exactly,
don't.
but if you try to value the value company with Amazon versus crypto, Amazon has a tangible asset, intangible asset. You can see right in front of you. They are in not only one in market areas, right? But they are struggling. Why they keep going down more and more, and it's like they are even worse than before pandemic. Amazon stock, Google same way. All the high PE stock, they're around 18, 20 PE right now. So if you look at
I think Amazon has a different issue because it is more leveraged than other companies. Therefore, an increase in the interest rates and a slowdown in the economy will affect them more than as compared to a company like Apple.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not saying, yeah, exactly. So let's back to the crypto world. Crypto, because last week we saw so many things happen, and crypto is very showing the strong support around 16, 17. That's why I'm surprised it did not, all the bad news, it did not go down below 16K.
Yeah, it's when we get some regulation on crypto companies protecting the investors, I think cryptos will go up.
Crypto is ready to rally, correct. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not
right now, the visibility that this debacle with FTX is providing is for it to get regulated.
Right. And there are other coins. We know all coins, and that has to be, that also you are going to see some Ponzi scheme, what do you say, that they are going to get, hammered when that regulation comes in.
And that's the right thing. That's good for the they will clear away a lot of Ponzi guys from
Agreed.
Okay.
I'm not sure I believe in the SEC either, right? Because they are a whole
Well,
bunch of
you
crap.
gotta believe in something better than nothing right now. Today, how many people you know is getting broke with what happened, all the Ponzi scheme they're doing in the crypto world?
Well, if you go to the casino, you know that the casino wasn't built on winners. So you have to be aware that when you go in for these kinds of high risk without accountability, you're going to get slammed.
Right? You're right. There is not much happen. Although all these things happen, market in Nasdaq didn't lose too much. 1.6 is very real, not much based on some of the company got hammered like so much in a high PE stock. S&P 7%, less than 1%. Everything else like Dow is pretty much almost zero. So it didn't change at all whole week. But it's good. Overall, it's good what happened last week. So it's ready to rally this coming week. So Vinny, I know he's going to go over on this one, but one thing I do, I'm looking into, I'm very interested to see what Zoom has to do this time. And I know that they have not done much earlier, Zoom and Best Buy, these two. This week is going to be a short week. We know that on Wednesday, so John Deere, this is one of the stock did very well at the long term. We'll see if it can still hang in the current market. But Vinny might be able to talk more. Get back.
I already did, Mushi, exactly what you said. I was itching to buy a Zoom put, but too expensive.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't buy it right now. Yeah. So short week, we know that pretty much a lot of people after Tuesday afternoon they're going to go on vacation. Nothing really, there won't be enough volume is coming in. So as far as this week, I think I'm looking again Tesla. I am bullish Tesla. I do think Tesla cannot be 52 weeks low in 2 weeks in a row. I do think it might turn around. Let's see. Elon is always being Elon. And this is like, it's 50-50 chance. If it goes down more, I'll buy more. But if it's goes up, I'll take some profit. Amazon, same thing happened. Almost like 93, 94 it closed. It's also touching close to its 52 weeks low, Amazon. So I do think Amazon it's going to turn around. And Meta, one of the things I've seen that you guys have seen Meta, there was a lot of money coming in, smart money coming in Meta, and they are bullish on this. But because market pulled back, Meta from 118 to 119, it came back to a 111. So I do think Meta might be in a turnaround. And I've seen that on Oxy, that energy side is people are selling things. So Oxy, I do think that it might be bearish this coming week. We'll see. And United Health, I had a good amount in United Health last week when it pulled back. I added tons of it, and as soon as it came up, I saw that not only me, a lot of big money started taking their profit on United Health. So I do think money is shifting from one sector to another. We might see some of those money from the health sector might be rotating back to high PE stock this coming week.
That's it for this episode, folks. Thank you for listening. And if it was helpful to you, please click the like button and follow us so that you can listen to more of our podcast. You can also visit us at urbanhood.org to learn more about our other programs. We hope you'll check in with us again. And until then, keep learning and do whatever it takes to reach financial freedom and follow your dreams.